And new this half hour, we begin with an Eyewitness News exclusive. Parents frustrated, trying to get their autistic children the educational services that they say they're legally entitled to.
The power of one state official is increasingly being called into question. Investigative reporter Sarah Wallace joins us with a growing controversy. Sarah?
Well, Sade and Diana, we know the figure 1 out of every 150 children is now autistic. Well, what happens when professionals say your child needs a certain level of care and the local school district doesn't want to provide it? Tonight, one case in point that raises wider issues about the role of a state official who has singular power over appeals.
What is he doing with the shovel?
What am I doing with the shovel?
5-year-old Sophia Keeley can now repeat words and phrases.
It's a pencil.
And a pencil.
Good.
Her instructors at the Manhattan Children's Center say she has improved dramatically in the 6 months she's attended this private school for autistic children who receive one-to-one instruction, one staff to every student.
She needs one-to-one or she'd be lost. Plain and simple. Plain and simple.
School.
Sophia's parents had to fight to get her here because in spite of this report by an independent world-renowned doctor that the autistic child tested at a 2-year-old learning level and needed one-to-one services, the New York City Board of Education wanted to place Sophia in this Queens public school trailer where the ratio is 6 students to 1 instructor.
I saw that it would just be impossible for her to function in a meaningful way and to learn in a meaningful way there, and I was petrified for her future.
Only one public school in New York City provides one-to-one instruction for autistic children. It is in such demand, Sophia had no hope of getting in. The private Manhattan Children's Center did have an opening, but there's no way her parents could afford the $97,000 a year tuition. He's a wine merchant. She's unemployed.
Some people might think, well, this is a luxury here, this kind of school.
This isn't a luxury. This isn't a fancy schmancy private school. This is a school that is giving her what she needs.
Boy!
Very good. High five.
It's very frustrating when parents see that other kids are getting something that they need, their child needs, that they can't get. It's like being frozen out of the medicine cabinet when you know that there's a medicine in there that your kid needs.
The Keeleys' attorney sued the New York City Board of Education. There was a 3-day trial before an impartial hearing officer.
And he said that you failed to offer a free and appropriate public education. The parents' private program is appropriate, and I find that the City of New York should pay for that program.
The fact is that we won our case. We're just looking for what's fair and what's just and what's right for our child.
The city appealed to something called the Office of State Review here in Albany. One man, Paul Kelly, has the sole authority to rule in favor of districts or parents, and parents are increasingly complaining that he is denying their disabled children the educational services they're legally entitled to.
I'm going to have to refer you to the press office.
That's all you can say? You don't
That's
have
all I
anything
can say.
to parents who say that you're unfairly denying children education?
That's all I can say for now, yes.
We approached Kelly after his employer, the State Board of Education, refused to make him available for an interview after he recently ruled against the Keeley family.
To be in the mindset that we've actually won this thing, that we can move on with our lives, and then have somebody just throw it all away, it's absolutely devastating.
Do you stand by your decision?
Oh, yes, I stand by my decision.
Decisions that went for districts in 80% of the cases in 2006 to 2007, according to an analysis of Kelly's rulings by an impartial hearing officer. The Keeleys are now preparing to appeal to federal court. The school is agreeing to defer Sophia's tuition for now.
The idea that she might just get lost in the system, another throwaway, because she has, special needs and that those cost money, that's just, it's unconscionable.
And don't stop fighting. Don't stop fighting for your child, because you only get one shot. And if this doesn't get taken care of and caught early, you're looking at a real problem when they get older.
An expensive problem. A spokesman for the State Board of Education told us that appeal rulings are always decided by applying the law to the facts presented and that any suggestion otherwise is wholly without merit. As always, if you have a tip about any investigative story, call our tip line at 877-TIP-NEWS, or you can email us directly at the.investigators@abc.com. Also, at 7online.com, you can find additional in-depth interviews on the autism story.
Wow. Do you just feel for these parents?
Yeah. Well, it's it's just a terrible dilemma. Again, you know, it's like having medicine in the medicine cabinet and not being able to get it.
That was a real eye-opener. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. New York Governor Dave